All right. Well, good Saturday morning to everyone that's out there in Trevorium land. We are excited that you are here live. For those of you that are here live, I know that some of you are on the Zoom, some of you are on the Facebook Live, some of you are on the Facebook replay. But whether it's morning, noon, or night, whether you're live or replay, this is the best place to be every single week, because every single week, my man, the LeBron James of network marketing, the Michael Jordan, the Magic Johnson, the Larry Bird, the Charles Barkley, all of the greats rolled into one, brings it for every single one of you every single week. But on a serious note, one of the best trainers, one of the best articulators, a gentleman that's built organizations all over the world, seven-figure earner. When I met him back in the 90s, he was making 80 some $1,000 per month back then. And back then he was just starting to get good at it. Since then, he's learned a few tricks. So, hey, every week we do have Mr. Daryl Roberts here with us, one of the greats of our industry. Again, I can't stress enough that you could go and spend $1,000 at a Eric Worre, $5,000 at an Eric Worre, $2,000 at a Tony Robbins, and not get the information that you're going to get from Daryl Roberts. So, hey, Daryl, welcome, my friend.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Todd. Oh, thank you so much, boy. You make me feel so great every time we do things like this, whenever you say those. But again, ditto to you, and to be teaming up with you every single week here. Maybe 50 with a couple of holidays in there. I think this is just so amazing to be able to. And I talk to a lot of people in the UK all the time, so I'll say this is so brilliant that we have an knowledge and information and inspire and encourage folks. So and today's gonna be no different. We've got some great here with you, as well as some guests that Todd's gonna be bringing on as well. So Todd, I'm Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I've never been here before. It is so gorgeous, so green, unbelievable.
Well, it looks like you're in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, and I know you're going to obviously.
How's your connection? You're going in and out. I don't know if it's just us seeing that or not. You do kind of.
Yeah, actually, I think it's your connection, because you're broken up pretty bit. You're kind of breaking up quite a bit.
Okay, so it's us. Well, let me see if we can put a hotspot on this and see if my producer.
Okay, while you do that, we're going to bring on our brand new one-star director, and we'll find out whether or not we're breaking up for her, or if it's me, or if it's you, or if it's both of us. But we do have a brand new one-star in our company, and that is Alicia Davis. Her and her whole family are part of Trevorium. Her and her entire family have been traveling the globe. She's got amazing travel stories, brand new one-star. That is but a pit stop, because she will go 2-star, 3-star, and do bigger, greater things. Typically, we bring people on Monday night, but she's going to be working Monday night during the corporate update calls. We want to bring her on today. That way she can not just say, hi, I'm a rank advance, but kind of tell people her journey of how she went from getting involved with the company, the things she had to overcome, the pitfalls, the fears, the doubts, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? But the journey to go from where she started to all these trips she's taken, to getting her entire family. In fact, I think you own the record of having the most family members involved in Trevorium, right? We might rename the company the Davis Company. But congratulations to you. Welcome to our Saturday training.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on here today, Todd. I'm super excited about this company. I've been a member for only 8 months. And I've been to Dubai for $89. I've been to Cancun for $188. I've gone to the Smoky Mountains, and I'm actually coming to New Orleans to the corporate event and Punta Cana. I'm going on a world tour to Punta Cana next month, also right before New Orleans. 22 of my family members are going. I'm like, we are so excited. And we paid a little over $3,000 for my entire group to go to that 5-star resort, all inclusive in Punta Cana. We checked the price on it, what it would cost, regular price. Yeah, it would be $13,600 for that group to go for those same amount of rooms, the old way, you know. So we're saving, David's family saving $10,000, and I've also started planning a trip to Bali, Indonesia, using the trip incentive. So it's just amazing to me, and I love it. And so my introduction to this company was a world tour. It was that trip that I took for $89 for two people to Dubai. And my aunt,
Yeah, we lost your sound, by the way.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, we lost. Yeah, I think we lost.
She's got it on mute.
Yeah, we lost your sound. Then we lost your picture.
Yeah, I can see her picture. I just can't. She just shows that she's on mute.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, she's still going. I mean, unfortunately, she's probably telling a great story. Here we go.
my monthly fee. I joined.
If somebody knows Alicia, can call her. She keeps going on mute.
Yeah, and apparently she can't hear us. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Alicia, if you can hear us, we
I'm
can't.
out. You keep going on mute. You've been on mute for the last probably minute and a half. It says your button is muted. Okay.
It says unmuted. You can't hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can now. You were.
Hear you now.
Yeah, we had you, and we had you, but then you keep your mic keeps going on mute.
Oh, okay.
We got you back now. We got you back now.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
All
right, so
let's back up real quick because you were talking about how your introduction was Dubai, and you mentioned your aunt, and then you went on mute, and now you're on mute again. If you can hear me, if you can see maybe how you're bumping something, you're on mute again right now. Now, by the way, while we're waiting for Alicia to get unmuted, you know, the first law of network marketing is to learn to be flexible. Okay. The second law is to learn in technology, whatever can go wrong at some point will go wrong. Okay. And so whether it's you got bad Wi-Fi at the hotel, or, you know, you got to kind of change this up, change that up, whether you get a guest on that's telling the most amazing story, and we can't get her unmuted to tell that story, right? I mean, if you guys didn't hear, she's only been here 8 months. She's a 1-star. She's been to, I mean, more places than most people have been in their entire life. And she's done that in 8 months with our company. She's taken 22 family members to Punta Cana. I was there last year. So I can tell you that this place is out of this freaking world. It is a 4 to 5 star resort, oceanfront, drop dead gorgeous, all the food, all the booze, 24-hour room service, mini bar in your room. I mean, they had all these different pools. I mean, it was incredible. You got all the excursions that you can do there. I mean, we went scuba diving, not scuba diving. We went to snorkeling with all of the fishies. You can go over to the island. A lot of people did that. We did the dune buggies. I mean, it was absolutely incredible right there off the ocean. I mean, they got the little thing. They'll take you on the little boat ride. You can ride the banana. My grandsons did that. They got the little sailboat where they actually can hire the guy, and they'll take you out on those little tiny catamarans, and they'll teach you how to sail, right? So, Alicia, we have you back, but we were talking about just how incredible it is that you've done more in 8 months with our company than most people have done their entire life, and you're just getting warmed up.
Can you hear me now?
We sure can. And let's go back to Dubai. That was your introduction. You mentioned your aunt, and try it from there.
Okay, sorry about that, you all.
Oh, no worries.
I was trying to be at home, but I can work from anywhere, right?
Amen, amen.
Right. So yeah, I was just saying that my introduction to this company was through a world tour, through that Dubai trip. And my aunt, she got all the non-members that were on the trip in the hotel room. She played the presentation for us. And as soon as we got home, we all signed up because, you know, we had just experienced this amazing trip to Dubai for two people for $89. So me, my sister, and my cousin, we joined, and two of us actually made director within those first 30 days. So I have never paid a monthly membership fee, which scares a lot of people. But if you just share it, then you don't have to pay a membership fee. So, you know, it's so exciting to literally now have no limitations on my travel, you know, because I don't limit myself. And well, my besides the limits of my job and not being to get time off work, which is another reason why I'm super excited about this business because after I joined, I read the comp plan and I reached out to Ambassador Deborah Taylor, Coach D, and she's been mentoring me. And because I had no idea what I was doing, I'm new to network marketing, and I joined the Comma Club where she trained us on what to do. She helped me to get over my fear of no and the not interested responses. And for me, I feel like that first trip was also such a major factor in why I'm able to share this business with people and I don't get discouraged, like with the no's and everything, because it can be discouraging if you let it. But because I know what I have and I know how amazing this company is, because I've actually experienced it. And if I'm able to keep pushing and when somebody tell me no, I just think to myself, okay, you're lost. I smile and keep moving and I go to the next person. So if you're a member, if you're a partner and you haven't taken a trip yet, then take a trip so you can experience it firsthand. And then you can just share with people how little you paid for it with confidence because you know that what you have is amazing. So the more I share, the more no's I get, but then also I get those yeses. And if I had given up, because I got like 100 no's, I wouldn't be a one-star director today. So I'm a firm believer that the only way that you fail is if you quit. And I'm not quitting. So I'm not a quitter. And so one day soon, I'm going to be an ambassador. That is in my head. So that's what I'm working on. And my goal is to leave my job as a city bus operator and travel and help other people to be able to do the same and work on the beach somewhere. So y'all keep an eye out for me because you're going to see that number increase in front of my star, 2-star, 3-star, and I'm going up to ambassador. Thanks for having me.
Amen. Well, my mother was a city bus operator. My father was a policeman, and he worked security jobs on the side. My mom actually ran the Champaign Police Benevolent Association as a part-time gig. And then her full-time gig was she was a city bus. She drove the big old city bus. Now, what's funny was my mother was 5 foot with her hair poofed. Okay. And so she was like 4'11", but if she poofed her hair up, she looked like she's 5 foot. And she had to wear these special shoes because she couldn't quite reach the pedals. Right. And she had a guy one time, she pulled up this big old 40-foot city bus. She opened the door and the guy looked at her and like, no offense, I'll wait for the next one. He just thought she was too little to be driving this big old bus, right? And so anyway, I appreciate what you do. There was so much in your story, by the way. I mean, you could do training calls on about 7 different things that you just mentioned during your presentation, right? Including number one of the reasons the company rolled out the $9.99 Travel Now package is so that people can have that experience that she had out of the gate. So she was fortunate that she got to go to Dubai out of the gate, had this incredible experience, which gave her the belief, gave her the conviction to come back and tell people, you all don't seem to understand, right? I mean, I got the pictures. Here I am in Dubai. I'm at the freaking Hyatt. Okay, this is the breakfast. This breakfast is out of this world. Here I am on the camels, right? Here I am. I mean, she's got the pictures. She's got the video. She's got the belief. She's got the conviction. Now, do you think that people went to Dubai, came back? Nah, I think I'm going to quit this thing. No, they're the ones that came back and told 3 who got 3 that are going 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. So the company rolled out the $9.99 Travel Now pack, right? Because that's what can help your people go out there, have this experience that she had right out of the gate. So they come back and do what she's been doing. And then they're going 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, not to mention it turbocharges your commissions. Now we'll get to that another day. Now, secondarily, I love the fact you made it a family fair. Number 3, I love the fact how you are getting mentored. You plugged in with an ambassador, in this case, Deborah Taylor, became part of the Comma Club, became coachable, said, man, I want to learn. I've never done this before. You overcame your fears of the no, which really means not now, realizing, hey, it's your loss. Now, by the way, it's easier to say your loss when you've been to Dubai, right? Oh, you don't want to go to Dubai? That's your problem. I mean, I'm going to this place and this place and this place, and I'm just wondering who wants to come with me, right? but it's easier once you've been to have that kind of conviction, now like your loss. And so again, so I just thought there was so much packed in there. But hey, Daryl, I want to give you a chance. I know that you've been working with Ms. Davis and getting to know her and excited about what she's doing and where she's going. So your thoughts?
Well, again, she said a mouthful, a lot to unpack there. But one of the keys for those of you that are watching and you have not taken a trip yet, I think we've made it abundantly clear. She definitely did. Todd echoed that. I'm going to echo it one more time. If you go on one of these trips, you're going to get pumped up. You're going to get excited. You're going to see the vision and value. And it's so important. So she said a lot of great things there. But one of the keys, that something that anybody can do, you can take responsibility for this. It's something that's simple, whether it's the free incentive trip or whether it's one of the world tours for, literally 70-80% off of retail, or one of the getaways, same scenario. If you go there, you are going to experience something you probably haven't experienced before. So when you go out and you talk to someone and people say no, and they will say no, and they'll give you all kinds of excuses, again, it won't affect you because you've experienced it, you've done it. So one of the key things there is make sure you take a trip ASAP as quickly as you can, because once you do that, it's going to lock you into the business and you've experienced something that, a lot of people haven't. So again, great job. Congratulations on your success. Cannot wait to see you at 2-star, 3-star, 4-star ambassador. We're going to be talking about goals and setting more goals in the near future as we continue to work together and do some things with the mastermind group. So again, I'm just so excited for you, happy for you, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Hey, by the way, when's the trip to Punta Cana? What's the date?
We're going July 13th.
July 13th. Okay. And of course, we'll see
Yes.
you in New Orleans. You're going to be coming back from Punta Cana, and you're going to be there in New Orleans. How many of your family members?
Absolutely.
How many of your family members are going to be there in New Orleans with us?
In New Orleans, I think about 5. 5 of us are going to make that trip.
Okay. Well, fantastic. Well, I'm going to put all 5 of you on the training schedule. Okay. And so
Okay.
I'm going to, because we're writing Daryl and I are writing that itinerary, that training schedule. So I'm going to put all 5 of you on that schedule. We're going to bring you all up front of the room at the same time. And I want you to have the pictures of the whole family and all the things you did in the family affair, right? And just kind of tell your story, because it's one of the better, compelling, developing stories of our company that you guys have 22, right?
23 now.
23. I've been telling people 17, right? I've been lying to people, right? They got 17 family members going. I'm out there lying to everybody. You got 23 going.
Unbelievable.
Congratulations to you. Thank you so much for coming on. Congratulations on being a 1-star. I know it's a pit stop, but you're an inspiration. I think that just people hearing your story alone today, it got me fired up. I hope it got everybody else fired up.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, again, we got Mr. Daryl Roberts here. Daryl, I know you got some slides. I know you're in Pennsylvania for a reason, by the way. Obviously, you're out there with Aaron and doing some Major League Baseball activities. I know you got the slides on the 3 biggest objections that people face. So let you load the slides up and let's go through those.
Okay, awesome. Well, guys, again, we're out here watching some baseball and again, doing presentations, meetings, Zooms, and everything, because Alicia just said, and we say it all the time, you can do this business no matter where you are at. So guys, we got a couple of things to show you. Aaron's going to be a segment of it, and we're going to dovetail that in right after we actually do this. How to overcome objections. It's one subject that we haven't really talked about for a while. Actually, you just heard Alicia talk about, how you can deal with situations that and it won't affect you moving forward. So, guys, we're going to go into that. And I don't know how my
your slides look good, but I want to point something out, Daryl, because you say it so nonchalantly, like it's just no big deal, right? Yeah, we're out here watching some baseball. Okay. I mean, this guy is traveling all over the country, right? From resort to resort to resort, watching his son succeed at the highest level. They were doing this before high school. They were doing it in high school. They're doing it now through college. They're doing it now. He's getting drafted into Major League Baseball, right? And they're just having the time of their freaking lives. And they're making tons of money as they go. Their team is spreading all over the world. And you just say it so nonchalantly. I just want to point it out. Yeah, we're out here watching some baseball, making several, 100,000s a year. Show people how to travel for less. But I mean, it's just like most people are like, hey, I want to sit in the seat, eat a hot dog, eat some popcorn, watch my son play some baseball, and make the kind of money you're making, right? I mean, sign me up on that program, but go ahead, Daryl.
Well, thank you, Todd. Everybody can actually do that. And that's why we have this Saturday trainings that we do, and the Monday corporate calls, and the presentations throughout the week, leadership groups that different groups are putting together so that everybody can experience that. There's no question about it. It's a huge game changer. But how do you overcome objections? Objections can be very intimidating for people. And a lot of times people say, well, I don't have any money. I don't have this, or I'm not a salesman, or whatever the case may be. And the first reaction is most people just kind of let it go and go to the next level. Well, we're going to give you a couple of different scenarios, 2 options that you can actually use. And let's go ahead and get started. Something we learned a long time ago is feel, felt, and found. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. You can actually utilize this and try this. And let's see if I can tie it together for you. People say, well, Daryl, I just don't have time. After you share the information with them, they'll say, I have no time. Well, John, hey, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found is that it doesn't require a lot of time. I ask people, John, or I text people if they're going to travel at some point in the next 6 months to 24 months. When they say yes, I send them a short video showing them how they can actually do it for much less. So you can see that's pretty simple and doesn't require a lot of time. Or, John, I ask people or text people, are they open to making some money outside of what they currently do? I have a brilliant project, and say brilliant because I talk to the UK team all the time, so that's a new word for me. Brilliant project that thousands of people are creating serious money in the travel space. If I send you a short video, will you watch it? And that's a whole nother training on if I will you type of scenario. So that's simple. It's something easy to do, and you can continue to do that. Now, some people say, I don't have any money. So again, feel, felt, found. John, yeah, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. What I found is if I didn't come up with the money, I would be in the same situation next year and the year after. So I found a way to get the money to invest in myself. And now everything has changed. Let's work together and get you signed up on this project. Another one is people typically say, well, hey, I'm not a salesperson. I don't like sales. Well, John, I know how you feel. I felt the same way because I don't like sales. But what I found was that in our business, we're not actually selling. We just share the good news or information about what we actually are doing. Our travel service is an opportunity to earn some serious money. Just like if you saw a good movie or a restaurant, we do that all the time. The only difference is where you do it. Now, again, when you think about it, and we're getting paid to actually do it. So again, that other one, a little bit different here. John, I know how you feel. I felt the same way because I don't like sales. But what I found was that our business, we're not actually selling. We just share the good news about our recent trips or info about our travel services and opportunities to earn some serious money. So you can actually change some of these a little bit, but I'm giving you an answer so that you can just not say, okay, and tuck your tail between your legs and then just kind of walk away. And you can get really good at some of these as you continue to move forward. So let me give you another method that you can use. Here's another option too that some of you heard about, the feel, felt, and found. Here's another one. Option number 2, I'm glad you said that, specifically designed. So I'm glad you said that, specifically designed for people that have no time, people that have no money, and I'm not a salesperson. The same situation. Hey, Daryl, hey, I don't have the time to do this business. Well, John, I'm glad you said that. Our business is specifically designed for people like you that don't have much time. All we do is share a short video and promote Zooms, so it doesn't require a lot of time, and the returns are significant. For an example, what about amazing vacations for almost nothing compared to what the public pays? And you can create a financial fence around your home that nothing can penetrate. Let's get you enrolled. So once you finish, you always want to go back to the next step. Let's get you enrolled. Once you answer the objective, now you want to move them back to the question. Okay, let's get you enrolled. And then by doing that a few times, you can actually find out what the real objection is. Because a lot of times they just say stuff to be saying stuff. And this is quick and short that anybody can actually do. Now, some people say, well, no money. Daryl, I don't have any money to get started. Well, John, I'm glad you said that. This business is specifically designed for people that are in a financial crunch at the moment. In other words, money is tight. Well, franchises, John, cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions of dollars, and the return could take you up to 5 years just to break even. With our business, you can start for only $150 to $300. And because the entry was low, I found the money in less than 24 hours. I did it because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I didn't want a handout. I just wanted an opportunity to take back my life. If I said no, my situation was going to continue to be the same year after year. I believed in myself, and the $299 wasn't much money. And now I take incredible vacations and I earn serious extra income every single month. You can as well. Let's get you signed up. Here's another one. Daryl, I don't like to sell, or I'm not a good salesperson. Well, John, hey, I'm glad you said that. This business is specifically designed for people that don't like sales. I hate sales as well. With our business, all we do is share the good news. We share about our travel savings. We share about a simple way to earn extra income using a video or a Zoom. It's like sharing good information about a good restaurant that you went to or a movie that you enjoy. And we do that all the time. Then all you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is practice this, and it can make a big difference for you. These are just two brilliant ways to overcome objections. Practice and practice, practice. Practice with your spouse. You can get your children, your accountability partner, somebody there. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the actual more fun it actually is. Now, I'm gonna give you one example here. This happened, a true story. A friend told me once that, Daryl, hey, I'm not interested in business. So again, you want to have fun when you do this. So he said, Daryl, I'm not interested in this business. And I wanted to have some fun. And I said, Omar, this business is specifically designed for people that are not interested. He said, what? I said, yeah, think about it. All you have to do is find a few people that are interested. They get started, they are building the business, and you are making some money from their success while you're not interested. What a great business, he said. Okay, get me enrolled. Again, ladies and gentlemen, have some fun with this. The more you practice, the better you become, and the more success that you'll actually have when you're talking to people on this. So guys, I'm going to tie this into Aaron. I want to show this video last if we can, if at all possible or not. We'll see it. So guys, here, Todd just shared with you about my son, Aaron. I could show you videos when he first started where he couldn't swing, he couldn't do this, couldn't do any of the things that he's doing now, but he went from point A to point B to an opportunity to get drafted this year or next year, make some pretty serious money doing something that he actually loves. Now, this is a guy that was drafted out of high school, but we said no, and we wanted him to go to college to get his education because he could get back in the draft, which he is right now again. But a guy at this level, we are in Dallas in this video right here. Maria was there, I was there, of course, Aaron's there. We were in Dallas, Texas, and that's one of Aaron's pitching coaches. And again, you have to go places. Aaron goes to school in California. We live in Las Vegas. We're in Dallas, Texas, in the Dallas, Texas area, and we're going through training. So check this out.
You're so used to being so long that this right here feels like this. And that's what I really want you to feel like if you're just doing this. You're not catching.
Okay, so again, we're just going through training and going through basics and basics. Now, this guy right here is named Taylor Hearn. He is a starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers. The coach that you just saw a second ago has always coached this guy since he was 9 years of age. So he had Taylor come in, and Taylor was actually working with Aaron. And guys, again, you see, we're talking about a starter in the MLB. He starts every 5 games for the Texas Rangers. And now he's here showing some information to Aaron, working with Aaron for a few hours that day.
So when you are on the mound next time and you're on dirt or whatever, even like when you're in here, what I would do to like help myself is try to pick up, like grab a bucket or something and try to think where your own stride was to where you want to do it. So like with you striding down here, you should be like back up there.
So again, a kid that's having success at a high level still is getting training and going through the basics of every day, learning how to get better. Here's another drill that they did thousands of times over a 10-day period.
Close together. Close together. There we go. Push it down. There we go.
So again, another amazing situation of going and training and getting information and learning to get better. One of the things that we're focused on, there was one other video there as well. We're actually going to go to the site. Yeah. We're going to go to the site here, and I want to show you one of the, throughout the 10 days, I mean, they were literally there 8 hours a day working on different things. Obviously, you can't throw all those hours, but there's a lot of drills that Aaron was actually working on. And they were working on getting his slider in place. I want you to show you this video. This was every single day, either pitching or throwing or drills. So I'll just show you a few seconds of this video. Okay, so again, guys, we were working because Aaron had a tryout on the 10th, not a tryout, but a workout with the Houston Astros in the Bay Area. And now we're in Pennsylvania. He's at the MLB Draft League. So there's a lot of teams that are watching, et cetera. So we had to tighten up some things, and Aaron really had to work on his, well, they actually call it a swerve, but it's basically his breaking ball. And by working those 10 days, putting time and effort in, just like you do practicing with what I just got finished showing you about the objections that you run into. And then here's his first outing that was on Tuesday out here.
As the offering on the way misses down and in, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, one of the fastest we've seen from a cross-cutters pitcher this season. Sal Fusco still in the cross-cutters bullpen. Sounds like he might be making his way to the starting rotation. He's thrown a couple 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs as a nasty breaking ball. Dispatches Backus. First strikeout for Aaron Roberts. As the offering on the way, breaking ball called strike 3. That was a nasty 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball that froze Ballestero. Yeah, that's the second strikeout of the night for Aaron Roberts. And to be honest, that pitch, nasty enough, that kind of froze our home plate umpire as well. He kind of hesitated before pulling the string and calling strike 3. Trackman strike zone had it all in the zone.
Okay, so guys, I do that point. Yeah, we're going to do a video. Yeah, I show you that just to show you that no matter what level you're at, what success level you're at, you can always get better. No matter what you think you are, you can always go to another level. And I want you to understand, I said it earlier, Aaron goes to school in California. We live in Vegas. Where did we go to get what we felt is some of the best training in the country? We went to Dallas to work with one of the premier pitching coaches in the country to prepare him for this league that he's in, the MLB Draft League out in Williamsport, Pennsylvania right now. So I kind of compared that, and Todd, you can kind of chime in. I know we got a lot of stuff to unpack because I went right into that. But when you compare that to where we're going to be in New Orleans, you know, for you to get better, for you to have the best coaching and see for yourself up close and personal, you may have to travel. You may have to spend a little bit extra money, but what will the benefits be? It could be that, you know, you earn millions of dollars. It could be that you earn, you know, a few $1,000s extra every single month or whatever your desires are, but you may have to leave from wherever you are and go to New Orleans, you know, in July, around the 22nd, 23rd is a Saturday, and see the training that we're all putting together as a company and meeting some of the leaders that are going to fly in from all over the country and the world. You have to do those type of things if you want to practice and you want to work on your skill set. No matter what level you get at, I'm sure that Saturday training out there, Todd, I'm going to learn something from you. I'm going to learn something from Ryan. I'm going to learn something from somebody that I will help enhance the skill sets that I currently have to go and become a person that I need to have. So my point is, no matter who you are, what you are, you can always get better. And a lot of times you have to get a coach. And you see, my last point here is we were also getting coached by an actual MLB starting pro pitcher, as opposed to the high school coach down the road that maybe never played, but he, you know, give him kudos for doing what he's doing to help the kids hopefully rise up. You have to work with the people that have done it. If you want to go somewhere, it's best to be involved with people that are already there and they can actually help you as well. Todd, back to you.
Yeah, in fact, Darryl, I love the analogy because one of the paradoxes of success is the fact that the bigger they are, the more coaching they get. There's not one Olympic athlete. There's not one gold medalist. There's not one repeat gold medalist who does not have multiple coaches that they practically live with, right? And yet you can go on the other end of that spectrum. People that are nowhere even close to getting to the Olympics, and most of them don't have a coach at all. And so, but Darryl's right. Sometimes you start with like the local coach because maybe at first, I'm just trying to make the high school team. Well, get coached by someone that played high school baseball. Okay, well, then I did that. Well, now I want to try to make the college team. Well, you got to get coached by someone that's played college baseball. Well, now I want to get in the major leagues, so I got to go get coached by someone that's playing in the major leagues. And you heard it from Alicia Davis right out of the gate. She went and called Coach D. It's funny we call her Coach D. She called Ambassador Deborah Taylor Coach D and said, I want to become successful in this business. I am willing to be coachable. And so then obviously she got in that comic club that Coach D's got, and she's getting the coaching and learning how to think and how to overcome the nose and all those other kind of things. And now here she is as a one-star, got her entire family going to Punta Cana. Now, let me ask you something. If you get your entire family, 23 now, to go to Punta Cana, and then they're coming to the training, at least 5 of them, 1/4 of them are coming to the training after that, do you think that her team is going to slow down or speed up, right? I mean, I'm telling you, they're going to go to Punta Cana and she's going to come back a 2-star director. And you're like, man, you were just on here as a 1-star director. How did you become a 2-star director? Well, I went to Punta Cana and I ate the tacos and I was in the pool hanging out with Danny Seguinall, and we were having some drinks with the umbrella in it. And then I came back a 2-star director. I'm being funny here, but it's almost like that's almost the path to success. And some people are like, I don't know if I can do that. You don't know if you can go on vacation. You don't know if you can have fun. I mean, whose side are you on? And so again, sometimes you got to get out of your own way, right? Just embrace the training. But that training in New Orleans, I know that some of you might be thinking, yeah, Todd, but I live in California. I live in Minnesota. I live in New York. Yeah. Aaron Roberts lives in Berkeley, California, where he goes to school. He had to go all the way to Dallas just to train so he could go all the way back up to Pennsylvania. I mean, are you preparing to win, or are you preparing a list of why you can't win, right? So again, if you're wanting to win and win at a high level, find a way to be there. Well, I can't afford it. Find a way to afford it. I mean, I don't care if you sleep on the sidewalk. I don't care if you ride your bike there, you ride your skateboard there, but you must be there. I don't care if you share a room with 22 other people. By the way, the first conference I ever went to was Opryland Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. And we had like 8 people in the room. Now, by the way, if you ever go to a conference, you're never in the room. You only go to the room for some place to basically just faint, right? You go from 8 to faint. I mean, by the time you're all said and done, you're ready to just go back to the room. You're so exhausted. You're looking for any place to lay your head. I don't care if it's a wall, and you're going to get just enough sleep so you can wake up and do it again tomorrow. Now, this training is only a one-day event. So you can come to the World Tour, which would be great, or just come to the training, but you only got to do that for one night. You get to go back home, be in your comfy bed, right? So, I mean, are you committed to success? I think it was Vince Lombardi who said, everybody wants to win, but how many are prepared to train and prepare to win? And it's in the preparation, it's in the training, it's in the development of the mindset, it's in reading the 10 pages of a good book every day, 15 minutes of positive audio every day. I know, Daryl, you got your group right now. They're going through Think and Grow Rich, and you're taking people through that book to not just kind of breeze through the book, but to master the concepts. And then, of course, you're out there prospecting every day, but that's all part of it. Just like Aaron, right? He goes out there, plays a game, then he comes back and gets some coaching. Then you go back out and play a game, you come back and get some coaching. So you have to be out there prospecting every day. Then you come back and, get some coaching. Then you go back out there, you prospect some more people. But again, as Daryl said countless times, this is the only business where you can literally fail your way to the top. You cannot do that. In fact, by the way, Ryan, tell Tammy, Ryan just got on here. Ryan's wife, Tammy, is our middle daughter's godmother. Okay. She became an official board certified oral surgeon yesterday. And so she passed all of her boards, right? And so she's 100% unequivocal official, right? So you can only mess up the oral surgery so many times until they change their mind, right? You might be able to get away with one, right? Okay, something went wrong, malpractice kicks in, but if you mess that up too many times, they know we're changing our mind and we're revoking your license, right? And so, but here, no, you can get in the batters in that box and you can swing as many goofy times as you want until you eventually figure it out. Unlimited swings, and you only need one hit. So, Daryl, I love the analogy, of course, obviously, because, Ryan's kid played sports, your kids play sports, our kids play sports. I see Karen Gorzo on here. Her son, Charlie, played baseball at a high level. In fact, he's still playing baseball right now in his 30s. He's in this league, by the way, Daryl, let's tell you about it. They're calling it the 1872 league. They're playing baseball based on the rules they had back in the 1800s. There are no walks. There are no get hit by pitch. They're playing with these little teeny tiny gloves, if you want to call it a glove, right? Wow. But he played baseball at a very high level, and he's in a league now as an adult. He's got a regular career, but he's obviously loves the sport, never left him, and playing in a league. But hey, we got Ryan on here, and we did have a couple of rank advancements. I want to bring Ryan in here for a moment. By the way, congratulations to Pastor Mel Keys, who just went 3-star director. Absolutely incredible. Pastor Mel, he's an incredible coach, mentor to all of us, long overdue there. And then also congratulations, Ryan, to you and your team. Mr. Bill Fox just went 3-star director last night. So, I mean, we're cranking 3 stars this week. And we call it 3-star week. And of course, I know we got Alicia thinking, man, give me about a month. I'll be back as a 3-star, right? So anyway, hey, Ryan, some of your thoughts based on what Daryl was covering there. And we got you on mute, buddy.
There you go. I got notes everywhere, Daryl. I mean, like they're everywhere. You can't see based off of, but I'm just writing notes and I'm seeing people say, hey, is there a chance I can get the slideshow? Daryl, is there a chance I can get the slideshow, please? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
We're actually going to be putting that into a formal training where we really go even into more details. Right. That should be done within a week, but if you need something prior to that, just let me know. But we're working on that. A lot of training stuff coming out and back office tours and all kinds of stuff. I was on the phone with the CEO this morning about some of those things. So a lot of great stuff Trevorm is bringing out.
Yeah, it's that scenario where, how do you say it best? It's a lot of great minds, not including myself, but a lot of great minds, right? Coming together with the years and years of experience. And Daryl, we've been having these conversations for 6 months now about videos, getting started trainings, back office tours, and it just takes time. It's like anything else. You want to boil some sticky rice. Well, it doesn't happen in 3 seconds, right? It takes time. You got to put the lid over, the steam's got to happen. But when that rice comes out, it's like, oh my gosh.
Hey, Ryan, wait a second. What do you know about sticky rice, man?
Right? So, but Daryl, number one, the through this whole conversation, the thing that keeps coming to my mind is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? And we can talk about Aaron. We can talk about, I can't wait to tell Tammy, by the way. You know, I mean, it's just so amazing. Todd has a dentist in the family, a certified oral surgeon. Now, by the way, let's talk about how long that took. How bad did she want it? The years and years of schooling, the years and years of having to go in and just do her rotations just to learn to have the right to do this stuff. I mean, I can go on and on with this stuff. You know, Maria and yourself, Daryl, so many people don't know. We know because we've been around, and it's over and over. Some people go, wow, Daryl's so incredible. You know, they don't see Maria as much until we get to see her, I'm sure, in New Orleans. But it's the things you've done together. You're a complete team together. And everybody needs to know that Maria, and when I say this, don't get me wrong, she's as badass as you are. Can I say that? And is that not too?
She's badasser.
Right? So when you get to see a lady with beauty and posture and knowledge and experience up on a room, sharing her thoughts, just giving and giving everything she can, it blows my mind on that type of stuff. And I want to go on and on about that, but I might want to take a TV timeout, because I don't even know how long this great gentleman has a time with this. We'll come back to me. I'll go to the back of the line to be a part of what this guy's got to say. Todd, I'm going to turn it back to you, because I see our CEO and founder walking down somewhere in Cabo or at some resort somewhere. So
yeah, you see the palm trees, right? I mean, I see palm trees. So
I'm out, buddy.
As they say, we're gonna go live on the set to a getaway. That's actually where Mr. David and Adela Hart are. They're on a getaway that's available in our back office to every single one of you. Apply your points, go down there, see at this amazing place, just like they're at right this moment, for pennies on the dollar. But Mr. David Hart, we've had a huge week in sales. We've had just in the last 2 days, 2 brand new 3-stars. These are just the ones I know of personally. We got Miss Alicia Davis on here, just went 1 star. She's got her whole family going to Punta Cana, 23 family members going there July 13th before they come to the training in New Orleans with all of us August 23rd. So, hey, Mr. David Hart, we're going to turn this over to you.
Well, first of all, it's always a pleasure to be on the call. You guys may not know this, but I sneak on these calls and just listen in many, many times, just so I'm up and trained on how to build a network marketing business. And we always can learn from other people. We take bits and nuggets and hear great things on people that are building and finding success, and that's how you continue to be successful. To speak. Am I back on?
No, we got your sound back, but your camera went away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see how.
We don't want to lose that view.
Cancel. Done speaking. What did I do here? Oh, gee.
Let me see if I can try.
Let's see here.
Ask it to turn your camera on.
Shoot. I don't know what I did.
There you go. You're back. Yep, you're back.
Stop video.
No, you're good.
Am I there?
You're good.
Am I there,
You're
Todd?
good. You're there. We can see you.
You got me? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. We can see you. It looks great.
I don't know. I don't know if you can hear me or I can't hear you.
We can hear
You've
you.
been signed out because your account signed out from another device. Shoot, man. I guess you can't hear me. You can hear me?
We can hear you.
You can hear me, but
we can hear you.
Let me see. Maybe it's I got to put it on speaker. Hold on here. What about now?
We can hear you perfectly the whole time.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I got to figure out how technology works, right?
You got to get a producer.
Yeah. You need a Maria. Just push this, Daryl.
Oh my gosh. The waves out here are massive today. I'm thinking about doing some body surfing in those waves. They got to be 6 to 8 feet out there. So I used to do that as a kid. I can't wait to get out in that water later today. You guys do such a phenomenal job. And if you're building our business, I got to tell you that, you know, if you want to find success, I want to just edify these guys and what they're saying. And I've known all of them: Ryan Vanderpool, Daryl Roberts, Maria, Todd Strand, for 20 plus years. And these guys know how to get it done. They've done it more than one time, and they always find success. And those are the kind of people that you want to hang out with, and you want to duplicate what they do, because if you do, then you're going to create the same kind of results that they create. But more importantly, you know, this business is about having your team be part of these types of trainings and getting involved in learning how to become successful. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel, guys. You just got to plug in and do what successful people are doing. And you got to fight hard for your team to be on these calls, to make time to be on these calls, not listen to them on the replay, but be on them live. Why do you want them to be on it live? Because you want them to carve it out of their schedule, to make it very specific. There needs to be a sacrifice that they're willing to make to learn to become better. And if they're not willing to sacrifice, put it on their schedule and be on their live, there's a good chance they're not really going to pay attention on the recording when the recording happens. And I think that's one of the emphasis Daryl was making when he said, hey, you know what? We live in Las Vegas. Aaron goes to school in California, and we headed to Dallas to get trained by experts on how for him to become better at his craft. And there was a sacrifice that was made. And every time in business, every time in life, anything with substance requires a sacrifice to become better. So if you're here on this call and you're doing it live, I want to congratulate you, number one, for taking that step to do that. Number two, it's getting your team to be on this call. We should have 700-800 people on this call, all focused on going out doing what? Learning how to create residual-based income from selling a service, a membership. There's nowhere on the planet that even comes close in the travel space in terms of what we're offering. Guys, look at this resort that we're staying at. We're in a 2-bedroom suite. After we applied our points, it was $249 for the week. $249 for the week. Guys, this resort's like $4,700 to stay at for the week. We are here on our membership for $249. I could scream that to the top of my lungs, right? It's really not about our service. Our service is great. What your goal is to do is to find people that want to change their lives financially. Explaining to people the value of having a residual-based income that's not based on stamping a time clock on a 9 to 5 or driving an hour to work or an hour back from work, but being in control with their business that's based on memberships that are auto ships in place that drive a revenue that puts money in their pocket. I can go on for hours about that. My main focus on this call was just to brag a little bit about where we're staying at. You have access to that, but more importantly was to brag about the gentlemen and the leaders that are doing this training and how you can benefit from that. And Daryl, you hit it right on the head when you said, make the sacrifice, be in New Orleans. You nailed it. And so I'm going to give it back to you guys. I'm excited about where we sit today. We're in our 10th year of doing business, and it's taken 10 years to get to this point. And the effort, the energy, and the work level has not subsided. The commitment level is getting even stronger from my perspective on what I want to do in this company. So come join us, come help us build a big business and create a lifestyle for you and your family that will last decades. With that, I'll give it back to you guys.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you guys. I don't ever get tired of looking at the beach and the waves. So something about when you watch someone train in front of the waves, it's like, I get it. I get it. I get it. Yes, yes, yes. So I know we've had Danny down there a number of times. Daryl, you're always traveling, but it's always fun, you know, when someone's actually at one of our getaways, one of our world tours, right? I mean, you know, literally there on the beach, on the sand, a place any one of you could go, simply trade in your points, pay a couple dollars, and You're there for a week, 2 weeks, whatever you want to do. But I do agree. There's that whole law of you have to give up to go up, right? The law of, sacrifice, right? If you want to get ahead, some of you might have to give up TV. If you want to, you don't understand, Todd, it's tough making the auto ship. Well, maybe you have to give up Starbucks to make sure that you can make the auto ship until you get your 3. But it's that little bit of sacrifice today, that little bit of discipline today that is going to then pay you dividends and massive returns tomorrow. So, hey, Rhino, I know we want to go back to you real quick because that's where we were before we had the luxury of having our CEO and founder on here.
I also see we've got Danny, so I'm going to be really brief, but I'm just going to go back to the things that Daryl said, because it's years of experience. And like when someone told me the old Phil Felt Found, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. It wasn't impactful to me at that moment because I understand how you feel. This is what I found, and it didn't mean a lot to me as I would have looked at it. But as you start to understand, it's just different scenarios, it's different ways. And where someone says, well, Ryan, I don't think I want to do this. It costs too much money. Well, for someone who's brand new and doesn't know the skills of Phil Felt Found, the next thing you know, that statement could pretty much paralyze them because they don't understand that statement is nothing more. It might be a statement, but that statement is almost leading you to say what will get them off of whatever that thought pattern is. And when you understand Phil Felt Found, it's easy for you to say, hey, Todd, I understand that it seems very expensive, but I can tell you right now, because I felt that way as well. But what I've started to find out is the product is the best product in the marketplace. It's not expensive whatsoever. And you can always lead back into things. So today, as you train this stuff, these are tools that might not help you tomorrow. They might not help you a week from now. But as you start to understand the tools, the more you're on these calls, the more times you get to do a call. Like so many people are like, well, I've shared it with a few people. Nobody's listening. The first question Todd and I would ask them is, well, have you put them on the phone with us? Have you put them on the phone with us? You are not the expert. They know you as the car guru. They know you as the accountant. They know you as these tools are the tools that will help you to absolutely be able to overcome any objection. And the goal is not to overcome it. It's just to ease someone's mindset with, hey, when I started, I know I was feeling the same way. Little things like that. And I don't want to get deep into it, but I mean, when I'm looking what Daryl had to say today, I understand our company is specifically designed for people who have no time, people who have no money, and people feel that they don't know how to sell. It's specifically designed for it. Daryl, that right there is the magical things that people have been looking for. It blows my mind, and I'm writing it down as fast as you're putting it up on the screen.
Well, Ryan, back in the day, when I got started 30 years ago, these are the trainings and things that I learned, because when I first went out there, I was saying that somebody said no, because I don't want to do sales. And I was saying, they had no money. And I just said, oh, okay, bye. And then I went to a training and I heard this information and I started doing it, and it didn't come out as clearly as it comes out today. But like you said, over time, this could get you 1 or 2 extra people that you would normally have just walked away. So this is stuff we've been using, as you and Todd have been using for years and years and years in this business.
Magical, absolutely magical. I can go on, but we got other great people around on this line as well. So Daryl, thank you for that information today. And you and Maria taking the time to make it look so beautiful and professional at the same time as well. So wrapped it up in a beautiful bow, and it was incredible today. I'll go back and listen to it again, I promise you.
Yeah, well, we're going to get it in a training segment, and then people that want to just take the slides and do what they want with them, they can do that as well. But we always put things together and that anybody can actually have access to. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. It was on my mind because people keep giving me excuses, and I started to utilize that again. And I said, we haven't talked about Phil Felt Found, forever. And one of the newest ones is, I'm glad you said that. The business is specifically designed for, people just like that. So that's kind of the new version of it, but it's definitely helpful, and I hope it helps people that practice it get better and better and get more sales. That's the whole goal.
Yeah, and for everybody out there, to give you guys a little historical context, when you do Feel Felt Found, it actually comes from the Bible. It is in the book of Acts 26. You can read about Paul, who goes to see King Agrippa. And of course, Paul is giving the big speech to King Agrippa. And of course, first into this little how to win friends, influence people, says King Agrippa, I find myself most fortunate that I'm getting to speak to you today, right? So a little, how to win friends, influence people. But he goes on to say, I know how you feel, right? I hated the Christians. I persecuted the Christians. But along the way on the road to Damascus, here is what I found, right? It's right there in the Bible. If you go back and read the account, you're like, oh my gosh, he says that verbatim. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I hated the Christians, persecuted the Christians, but on the road to Damascus, here is what I found, right? So anyway, it does have a biblical historical context for our Christian friends out there. Just to give you guys a little reference. Hey, man.
God, you are amazing. What church do you have? I'm going to join your church, man. You're unbelievable, dude.
So go read the book of Acts 26, and you can read about Feel Felt Found and the best to ever do it. And that was the great apostle Paul. Hey, I want to bring in our good friend, Mr. Danny Bling Seglinall, a guy who's out there building a massive business all over the world, helping people rank advance. He's the #1 income earner in Punta Cana, the #1 income earner in Cabo, the #1 income earner in Canada, the #1 income earner in Haiti, the #1 income earner in.
Hey, Todd, real quick, Dean just called you Reverend Todd. I'm going to start calling you Bishop Todd or Dr. Reverend Bishop Todd.
I appreciate that, Dean. And Danny, by the way, my friend, take it away.
Man, I'm not going to say too much because this training is very, very powerful. And that's what it's all about. I mean, it's a turnkey business, right? Where else can you go and start up a business where you cannot lose, right? The product, or a CEO is showing that he's actually using the product. Man, I love that resort, Cabo Azul. I'm a little bit jealous right now. I think he's purposely doing it by going there a lot longer than I am. But and walking the same beach that I used to do lives every single day. But I love that resort, but you cannot lose. And that's what we have. And the training, I mean, Daryl, you know that one day someone's going to call you and say, listen, we're going to give you about $1 million per week to train our team. And it's $1 million training you give every single Saturday. Todd, I think Todd has Bible 1 and 2 in his head memorized. I don't know how he does that. It's just insane, right? It doesn't matter what conversation you're in. Oh, by the way, Joshua verse 5. And this guy, he's in network marketing, but he has the Bible, like every script in his head. But that's the kind of people that we're surrounded with, right? And I'm happy to be surrounded by great leaders like you two. And I know Ryan's been in the game for a long time, so lots of knowledge. And we were on the phone the other day. I'd like Ryan and Todd to talk about that real quick, even for like 2-3 minutes, because that phone call after I got off the phone with you guys, I was like, man, I got to do a whole training about this, because people don't realize that in 2022, okay, $49.95 right now. I don't know, man. I heard a little bird said it might go up to maybe $1 million. I'm just saying, right now for $49.95, you have a multi-million-dollar business. And you just got to connect on Facebook. It's free, right? Connect on Zoom when a leader does a training. That's free, right? And get coach and mentor. All you have to do is invite. It hasn't gotten any easier to make money online than today, right? Just inviting people to come and see what we have on a Zoom or live and come get trained from the comfort of their home. I mean, right now I could be in boxer short. You guys wouldn't know unless I tilt my phone, right? I could be on the beach. I could be anywhere in the world at any given time. And I think I told some of my partners, I said, I think I worked, when I was working at the hospital, I remember working so hard on my phone while I was at work. And that's because we live in the years that we live in. It doesn't matter where we are. You guys have a lunch break. I know, Ryan, you must have a lunch break, right? When you go to work, at one point you gotta go eat lunch. At lunch, you could literally walk up to the counter and tell Lee, listen, I gotta go back to my job, but right now while I'm here, I'm building on my dreams. And I was wondering if, you might want to be open to that too. And she was like, what? Yeah, why not? How many people, think about it, guys. How many people do get approached every day and you could actually help them get to their dream? And we could offer that to people because we have access to this tool right here, the cell phone. I mean, Daryl, doesn't matter if you're in Chicago, in Texas, Illinois, New Orleans, doesn't matter where you are. You can say, hey guys, hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta go do a training. I gotta get on my phone. And I was telling David today, I said, you realize that every single person at that pool, at the hot tub where you are right now, they paid thousands of dollars and you paid nothing. You're on the phone with us right now, but like right next to you, you have your prime meat. Like you have your filet mignon sitting right there. And they overpaid. And all you have to say is, by the way, did you pay more than $1,000? Of course they're gonna say yes and say, that's it, game over, mic drop. Okay, you pay more than me. I can help you. You know what? We don't have to show people that. Actually, I saw someone on Facebook. It was another company. They were congratulating some leaders, and guess what they were giving them? A trip,
A vacation.
a vacation, right? They're giving them a vacation, and we're sitting here like, we don't give. I mean, we could give you a vacation. I mean, we give it to ambassadors every year, but that's all we do is vacation, right? We got to come up with something crazy because that's what we do all the time. It's not like, but we're in the best company, the best industry. And I just wish, like I told you, Todd and Ryan on the call, I said, the good news is that we have 7 billion people that we have to go talk to. The bad news is that we got 7 billion people to talk to because everybody wants to travel and everybody wants to make money. Now, Ryan, what you just said, right, is how bad do you want it, right? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? It's just out there. You could walk outside, go to a red light. Okay, I don't know where you guys are right now. I know a lot of people are by the beach, but you'll go to a red light, wait for people to cross the street and say, oh, by the way, before you cross the street, do you want to make some money? What do you think they're going to say? Right? Are you thinking about traveling like Todd's line? Do you think you will travel in the next 24 months? I'd like to. I wish to, right? I want to. Well, I got something for you. And then go back home. Do that with 3 people and then go back home. And at least you did something. But Todd, please, and Ryan, can you please share with the young bloods, right? The young bloods. How hard was it when you guys were making all that money? How hard was it?
Well, by the way, my first comment is you got to love the fact that our CEO and founder is walking down the beach with his phone. Okay. And he's just walking along talking. He never said the name of the resort. He never once brought that up at all. And Danny's been there so many times. He knows exactly where the guy's at. I mean, that's the number one observation, right? I know that beach.
Yeah, I know exactly that sand. I know that ocean. I know that little cabana. I recognize that place.
Hey, yo, hey, that was warm. Hey, tell him to go get me a lemonade. Anyway, but we could bring in Dean, who's on this Zoom. We could bring in Daryl. There's a number of people. Dr. Phyllis Terry is on the Zoom. But for people that have been networking for a while, my career started back in the early 90s. Daryl, your career was either late 80s or 1990s, somewhere in that neighborhood. Ryan, same thing for you. Same thing for Mr. David Hart and Mike Oliver. But we were having that conversation with Danny about, back when we first started in this business, if you wanted to show somebody the opportunity presentation, you had to buy the cassette, the video, the VHS tapes, right? And they were $5, $10 each. And so if I wanted to prospect Alicia, say, how much you look at the business, I had to physically go buy a tape that cost $5 to $10 and hand it to her. Well, now I got no tapes. So you usually had to buy like a box of these tapes. Well, then also you want to have an audio, because a lot of times they could listen to it in the car. Well, the audios ran $1, $2, sometimes $5. Of course, then you wanted to, tell me about the comp plan. Oh man, I got to buy the comp plan brochure. Well, so you buy a packet of the comp plan brochures. Those are like $1 each. Well, who's this company? So you buy the company brochure, all about the company and the home office and all that kind of stuff. Well, tell me more about the products. So then you buy the product brochure. That's so you got $1 on the comp plan brochure. You got $1 on the company brochure. You got $1 on the product brochure. Okay. Well, all right. Well, by the way, I live in Dallas and I live in you're in, let's say, Kansas. Now you got to run down to Airborne Express. You got to take your $5 videotape. your $2 cassette tape, all your $1 brochures, put them in a packet, put it in Airborne Express, and ship it 2-day air, which is going to cost you more money, just to hope that it gets to your prospect. And of course, half the time they don't even look at it. Okay. So anyway, you had to pay all that money for the materials. And so next, if you want to train your people, we had to buy the Jim Rohn programs, Tony Robbins programs. They were $100 for a set of cassettes, right? Today, you guys can go on YouTube, type in Jim Rohn, and you can kick back and listen to Jim Rohn for hours. And it costs you how much? Nothing. You can get on this training call every single Saturday. It costs you nothing. You could be at home like Danny, probably in his underwear. That's why he didn't zoom the camera down. You could be at home, just put a shirt on in your underwear, right? Nobody knows what you're wearing below the waist, right? And you could attend this training. You know, in the old days, we had to go rent a room at the Hyatt, the Marriott, the Holiday Inn. And of course, the people that came had to contribute $20. So you had to wake up, take a shower, get dressed. You got new people there, so you wanted to look nice. Get in your car. Of course, what's gasoline nowadays? $7 a gallon. Drive, at least in California, drive down to the meeting, right? You get to the meeting room, pay your $20, get into the room, sit there, wait for them to come up and train, then take all of your notes, right? And then, of course, when the training's done, we're all going to go get some coffee, some lunch, some pie or something like that. Now you got a dining bill that's going to go along with that. You got the weekly opportunity meeting you got to go to. Now that's going to run you at least $5 minimum at the door every single week. Don't forget, you got to get dressed up, get in your car, drive down there, put on a tie. We did that in the old days, put on a tie. You got to get your suits dry cleaned. Don't forget, you're going out to dinner probably after that opportunity meeting that you do every single week. By the way, back then we're on the phone trying to get people, but it was 28 cents a minute. I mean, I ran $2,000 per month telephone bills trying to build my business. $2,000 a month, right? By the way, I haven't even talked about the auto ship for the company. I mean, we hadn't even gotten to that yet. This was just the cost to be in business and networking back in the 1990s. Today, you got unlimited Zoom presentations for free because all of you already have internet. Your internet bill didn't go up because you started getting on here. You're already paying an internet bill. Your telephone bill did not go up because you started texting everyone in the world, hey, I got this thing you need to take a look at, right? Your bill did not go up one iota. You've got the videos online. You could send that video out to 1 million people. David Hart does not charge you more because you had 1 million people watch the video. It is free to you. It is free to them. It is 100% free. The only expense you have in this business is your auto ship. That is the only expense you have. All other bills have been eliminated. And so Danny and I were talking about what it used to cost to be in the networking business, and your auto ship was the small bill. I mean, the $69 a month or $125 a month, I mean, that was the small bill compared to all of the other stuff you had to do to be in business. Today, all of that's been eliminated. And all we have is I just pay my $69 or $125, which, by the way, in our company doesn't get you a bunch of pills or powder. It actually gets you an actual vacation. So you can be walking down the beach just like Mr. David Hart's doing right this very moment. You could be there, right? And so you're getting something in exchange for the money. Let's not forget that the whole thing is a tax write-off if you're working your business like a business with an intention for a profit. So your $69 and $125 doesn't even cost $69 and $125 because you're saving $300 to $500 a month in taxes. Get together with your own tax pros about that. But it is a very real $300 to $500 per month. So you got the government financing your entire business. You're putting cash in your pocket. And there's some people out there still whining about their auto ship. It's like, are you kidding me? Right? So this was the conversation we were having with Danny. We were like Cupcake Nation, right? I mean, are you kidding me? You have no idea how easy it is. But again, the same is true for our generation. I can tell you that I went to one of those ghost towns with my wife's parents, Terry and Sherry. They live in Reno, Nevada. And we went up to a town that's probably 45 minutes up into the mountains. And they've got all the pictures of, you know, the wagon wheels that used to bring all the stuff up there. They got the pictures of all of the wood buildings, and the town was covered in snow. And I mean, you know, back when you think about back in the 1800s, little house on the prairie, having to pump to get your water. They didn't have indoor plumbing. They didn't have microwaves or electricity or internet or grocery stores, right? I mean, they would call our, we're Cupcake Nation, right? I mean, our hey, yeah, I think I'm hungry. What do you want? I'm going to get some DoorDash. They're going to drop it right on my doorstep, right? I mean, I'm not saying we're any better. I'm just saying sometimes you just got to embrace what you got and just change the mental mindset a little bit and say, you know what? It has never been easier in the history of the world to build a business around the globe. It has never been easier. There's never been more people on the history of the globe looking for a side hustle, looking for a side gig, especially in today's world where we see the economy having some issues, right? We see the inflation, we see the rising interest rates. We know that there's probably some contraction happening, and understand that some people might even break up. Well, is that going to affect the travel business? Well, that might affect a lot of other travel businesses, but it ain't going to affect ours, because the demand for travel does not go away just because the economy is not having a good time. The demand for travel is exactly the same. In fact, if anything, people are stressed out, need a vacation even more so.
Yeah,
It's their ability to pay for travel that goes away, which then makes the demand for our company go up, because we can show you how to travel for free, right? You can come here and earn your travel. You can come here and it doesn't take one dime out of the family budget, and you can travel for free. So we become the only game in town if the economy starts to get a little worse, because, wow, I can go over to Trevorium and I can travel for free. So the demand does not go down. Their ability to pay for it what goes down, which makes our program even more valuable as we see some tightening in the economy. So, Danny, that's my quick rendition, but I'm going to throw it over to Ryan and Daryl for their final thoughts to close the whole thing out.
Well, I just want to say we're going to pass the collection plate right now, because Reverend Dr. Bishop Todd Strang just he laid it down. Todd, I saw the energy. I mean, if I was in Oregon today, we'd be jamming, man.
I've seen you on the organ back when I flew up way back when. It was like 1999, and I did just doing a meeting for Daryl Maria way back when. I went to church with him on Sunday, and Daryl was up there, man. He was on the organ, and that church had it going on, man. I want to go to church with you, Daryl.
Unbelievable. Guys, I want to give a shout out to Mary Lewis, and I want you guys to remember this name. She sponsored Robert Taylor. I was just on the phone with him yesterday. Remember that name. We go back, I don't know, 20 plus years. Even Todd back in the day with you guys, the tax people, et cetera. But he looked like he's about to make some moves here. And the guy is just like all of us. He can do the do. I'll put it that way. I'll use your statement. He can do the do. So Robert Taylor, if you're listening, or Mary, I know I saw you on here earlier. Let him know I gave him a shout out today. And now that's going to even put more pressure on him, because I definitely want to get him on one of these Saturday things here in the next 30 days or so, after he kind of makes some explosive moves there. So again, great training, guys. We've gone over the hour, but I'm just blown away. It seemed like we just started 2 minutes ago, and that's just because of the value of what our company brings to you. So Ryan, you got it, buddy. Can't hear you, buddy.
There we go.
There we go.
I just feel fortunate to always be a part of this group and to hang out with great leaders like yourself. We're breaking another leader earlier today, Miss Davis. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to the 3 stars that are happening and moving. When you talk about momentum, and we all understand momentum, we are starting to move towards the Mo zone right now. We're getting close to that Mo zone, and anybody who hops on a wave, once it starts to move, you got to paddle real hard in the beginning, but once you get up, it'll take you all the way in. So you just got to paddle, and we all got to do a little bit of paddling right now. Let's get this wave together, and we'll just ride it in all the way in. So fortunate to be here. Thanks to all of you great leaders, and I'm just privileged to be a part of this group. So thanks for allowing me to spend Saturday morning with everybody.
Absolutely. Danny, any final thoughts?
Man, that what you just did right there. First of all, everybody that's watching this, the first part he mentioned, that's not us, okay? We're the revolution, right? 2022 is a lot easier, just like he said, right? I mean, if that didn't wake up somebody to go, you know what? I've been complaining a lot. I mean, I'm in my boxers. I pay $69.95. I have a multi-million-dollar business. Man, what Todd had to go through back in the day. Ooh, imagine the mindset you had to do. But thank you, Todd, I wanted to share this with everybody, because when you guys shared it with me, I felt privileged, because you guys made me go, I had an aha moment. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put this in a short way to share this with people. And I'm gonna like, you know what? I could tell you how it was back in the day, how hard it is, but let me show you how easy it is today to build this business. You have no idea. So I appreciate that, Todd and Ryan, and Daryl, I appreciate you too. But for everyone that's watching this, man, go to work, man, like it's right now. everything is aligned, right? Everything is aligned. Like Todd would say, man, I think Jesus is about to come, right? Everything is aligned right now. Everything is aligned. I mean, there's no reason. I mean, the recession, everything, price, the oil, gas, everything is aligned for us to win.
In fact, Danny, it sounds like you're saying that this business was specifically designed for today's economy, right? Specifically designed so you can succeed right off your phone. Specifically designed so you could be anywhere in the world. Specifically designed if you have no time, no money, hate sales. It was specifically designed for you to win. 100% chance of winning. Unbelievable. Daryl Maria, Danny, Mr. David Hart, Ryan Vanderpool. Ryan, you got a piece of paper up there. I cannot read it.
I can't. There you go. It's
How
backwards.
bad do you want it?
Oh, how bad do you want it, right?
Yeah.
How bad do you want it?
Todd, I usually say boss mode at the end, but today it's amen.
Amen. All right. By the way, happy Father's Day to all of our fathers out there. So tomorrow is Father's Day. If your father's alive, by all means, make sure that you call him. If he's not alive, most of you have father figures in your life. Make sure you call them as well, whether they're your father or your father figure, right? Make sure you reach out and touch somebody. That makes all the difference, right? And so with that, have a great weekend, everyone. Do not let the day go down without contacting 3 to 5 people minimum about our company. And by the way, when you contact them, I'm going to give you guys a real simple script as we leave here. Your script, by the way, could be just as simple as what I'm about to read to you. It's a super simple script. It's nothing more than just a way to kind of reach out and say, hey, take a look. It's not the only script, right? But it could be as simple as I joined a travel club. I'm sending you a free invite to join their Facebook group. I've never seen deals this good. If you plan to travel in the next 24 months, you'll be owing me dinner. Smiley face, right? You'll be owing me dinner. And so, I mean, that alone kind of gets your curiosity. That's really kind of an original Dale and Maria script that I adopted just a little bit. You know, I added the little dinner. The dinner part was mine. The rest was theirs. But anyway, I'll do it one more time. I just joined a travel club. I'm sending you a free invite to join their Facebook group. I've never seen deals this good. If you plan to travel the next 24 months, you'll be owing me dinner. Hey, with that, guys, go out there, invite some people, get those conversations started. We'll see you on the fireside chat tomorrow night with Ambassador Deborah Taylor and Pastor Bill Keys. Till then, God bless. Bye, everybody.
Great book, Daryl. I love it.
Go out, buy it, read it, get it on audio, listen to it again and again and again. That's one of those books. You don't read that book once. You don't read that book twice. You don't read that book 3 times. You don't read that book 4 times. You read that book 10 times. You read that book until you're ready to get on and train people without any notes on the chapters of that book. Read it again and again and again. Make it an internal part of you. With that, bye, everybody.